Dr. Ola Brown Orekunrin is a medical doctor, a trainee helicopter pilot, and an entrepreneur who founded West Africa's first indigenous air ambulance service, the Flying Doctors Nigeria, which saves hundreds of lives across the region every year. He's extremely passionate about healthcare and entrepreneurship in Africa and works with various foundations, charities and governments to improve the standard of healthcare.
I've always wanted to make sure that my profession had a large impact. Probably a larger impact than I could have as sort of a practicing doctor in hospitals. I really wanted to try and affect as many lives as possible, and find a way of sort of radiating my medical expertise through as many medical professionals as possible to have more impact. And I really wanted to make sure that I did it in Africa.
Dr. Ola was born and raised in the UK. She studied medicine and surgery at the Hull York Medical School, after which she worked in acute medicine across the UK. She was awarded the Japanese MEC Scholarship, which allowed her further her studies in Tokyo, Japan. She has published 2 medical textbooks, EMQs in pediatrics and pre-hospital care for Africa, as well as articles in the British Medical Journal, New York Times and the Huffington Post. She returned to Nigeria to start the air ambulance service, which uses a pool of aircraft and doctors to save lives across West Africa.
In the middle of medical school, my sister actually came to Nigeria. She was on holiday, and she got very sick. And we wanted to move her. She was too critical to move by ground, so we wanted to move her by air, and we couldn't find a single service within West Africa. So we had to start liaising with a South African firm. And by the time in the middle of the arrangements, my sister died, and she was just 12 years old at the time. And I think that was a very traumatizing experience for me. So immediately from that time, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring that service to West Africa and make sure that there were a few less cases like my sister's, where patients always need to move from a hospital that has a lower capacity or a facility that has a lower capacity to a higher capacity facility. And I just wanted to make sure that that service was available, not just for Nigeria, but for everywhere in West Africa.
She's an international speaker who has received multiple awards and nominations. These include the Mold Breakers Award, the This Day Award, the Future Award as Entrepreneur of the Year, the New Generation Leader for Africa, Lady Brill Personality of the Month, and Vanguard Awards. And she has been honored by the World Economic Forum as a young global leader. She's a member of the American College of Emergency Physicians and an editor of the Journal of Emergency Medical Services. She is also a board member and investor in the tech-focused angel investment fund, Green Tree Investment Company.